For instance, in the 1980s, the government of Argentina found it increasingly difficult to borrow funds on the open market. In order to fund its expenditures, therefore, the central bank began to create money to pay the interest payments on the borrowed funds and even the principal on the outstanding debt. But as it continued to do so and spend more, the inflation rose from what was already 385% in 1988 to over 3,000% in 1989, before slipping back to a mere 2,000% a year in 1990. What's the inflation rate now in the United States? Anybody saw it recently? Obviously not high enough to worry you. You might look it up. But when you think about what 2,000% is, which was the low, 3,000% a year. And that's nothing compared to what fiat money inflation has been historically. Now, what happened in that situation? People stopped using Argentine currency and began to use dollars, because as the Argentine currency, as inflation rose, the currency depreciated. And I talked about in the chapter on exchange rates, what's the relationship between inflation in a country and the nominal exchange rate. I derive theoretically why, when prices rise, the nominal exchange rate will depreciate almost as much, within 4 or 5%. And that comes from the theory of exchange rates in that chapter. And as in practice exchange rates depreciated, people began to hold dollars and they began to hold gold.